Hello, welcome back to our channel, and welcome if you're new here. So, we want you to be happy in whatever way you can, from what you've been doing your entire life. Make it a point to understand that everything begins with your happiness. If you enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. You're ready to embrace your true feelings.
Most people are not holding you as their object of attention long enough to really practice themselves into a really good vibration. There's too many people for them to focus upon. And most people aren't spinning on their grid disc all the time in a good feeling place. So most people aren't going to give you what you want. You got to go get it for yourself. And once you get it, anybody in the vibrational vicinity will jump on with you and they'll like you.
Ooh.
But your goal isn't to be liked by them, or is it? Is your goal to be liked by them? Let's talk about that. Why not? Doesn't it feel good to be liked? So it's not your primary goal, but it is a benefit of alignment. But it's not what you're going for. What you're going for is harmony. Harmony with the flow. Because life has caused you to put a lot in your vortex, and you're wanting to experience the flow of that. Is it productive to try to, in any moment in time, understand everybody's decisions, understand your decisions, get it all lined up, and only go where the good decisions are? Is that even possible? That'll make you feel overwhelmed.
That's right.
That'll clog your pipes. Or does it seem more productive to just pay attention to your alignment, understanding that law of attraction will sift through all of the perspectives and all of the decisions and all of the vibrational points of attraction and all of the grids of all of the people that are all around, and that those in the vibrational vicinity of that which you are will, by powerful law of attraction, make their way into your experience for the enhancement of you and them and us and all that is.
That would be much easier.
So do you really care? Is it important at all to sift through opinions? Is it important to change an opinion? Esther realized the other day, was before she had written with Jerry, in a very intense effort to be understood, because she'd come to a decision that she knew with everything in her was the right decision for her, but she felt like others needed to be convinced about it. And the more she tried to explain to them, the more she clogged her own pipes, and the worse she felt, which made her feel like she had to explain more, until it just got worse and worse and worse and worse, until the pressure tank is about to explode. Fortunately, you have sleep. And when you sleep, it takes the pressure off, because you can't stay focused. So then you have the opportunity of refocusing, you see. So your human effort, we love you so much, at being understood by those around you is the primary way you introduce pressure and resistance to your experience. And it'd be different if you could ever convince any of them, but we've never seen you effective of that with any of them. Because under those conditions, your power of influence is puny. Under those conditions, you don't make any headway. All you do, jam up your pipe. They've got their pipes jammed up. Now you're all efforting and you're all mad at each other about it and you're not flowing. Meanwhile, you could be. See? Don't you sort of kind of think, if zapping was a good idea, you'd have been zapped before you came?
Yeah.
Isn't there some benefit in finding your own way? There's this free will thing. There's the satisfaction of getting to define. There's the satisfaction of refining. There's the satisfaction of finding your vibrational balance. There's the satisfaction of feeling the evidence of it coming to you. In other words, you don't want to be zapped. You just want to find your way there in the most gentle, easy, flowing way. You are an extension of source energy, and you are loved in a way that we can't even find words to articulate. The appreciation that source feels for you is beyond verbal description. Words just aren't enough. Feelings, ripples, vibrations, sensations, there are all kinds of things that are flowing towards you that if your pipes are open, you feel, and if your pipes aren't open, you don't feel. But there could not be more source flowing to you. And that's the zapping part that you're asking for.
Thank you.
But you've got to be zappable.
Yep.
And if source is flowing to you and everyone, then can you see what we were talking about earlier, the benefit that you can offer to others of being one who practice yourself frequently and often into alignment, so that you are a conduit for that source to flow, so that when you do hold someone as your object of attention, they receive that extra benefit of your expectation that's down there up close to them in a more vivid way. In other words, that's what the power of influence is. We are appreciating your appreciation, and we can feel the clarity of your being. And it is always exhilarating to us to see you recognizing the vibrational alignment that you have struck. And we celebrate with you in an extra strong way when you deliberately lined up, you achieved results that you were reaching for, you acknowledged the effort that you made, and more important, the alignment that you found. Life is supposed to be fun like that. And once you get this recipe consciously in place, then you can keep applying it again and again for the never-ending stream of intentions that will constantly be born within you. If it feels that we need explaining, then you're not quite where you really want to be relative to us. In other words, we loved it when you said it. You didn't really mean it, but we loved it when you said it. You almost meant it, but we loved it when you said it, but you didn't really mean it. I don't care what you think. It doesn't matter what you think. I know what I know, and it doesn't matter what you think. And that's the way we want you to feel relative to everyone, even if they are your lover. In other words, I don't care what you think. Now that sounds odd, doesn't it? I love you. I devote my life to you. I want to be with you forever, but I don't care what you think. Because most lovers think that when you say I love you, what you're saying is I love you and I care infinitely what you think, and I will twist my mind and my being in every possible way to make your path smoother. And so our message, we can see why you'd sort of want to explain it to someone, because our message really is I love you very much and I don't care what you think. And in relationship to how I care what the source within me thinks. In other words, so here's a mild way you could present it to someone that you care about. You could say, it is my promise to you that I will never hold you responsible for the way I feel. That's one way of explaining us to your lover.
Okay.
Here's another way. My happiness is dependent only upon me and my relationship with Source, and therefore you're off the hook on all of the normal relationship things. Another thing you could say is, I believe and live or strive to live in an attitude of unconditional love, which means it is my vow to myself more than to you, but to myself and to you, that I will love you unconditionally, no matter what. Ooh, what a reign of freedom that allows. In other words, that's saying, I can stay connected to Source because I practiced myself in alignment to find you. I can certainly practice myself in alignment to continue my relationship with you.
That's a good place to be.
What a nice head start you already have on that one. In other words, I had to line up for you to flow in. And then the next thing that's got to say to you, and this is the thing we really want you to acknowledge that you know. If I lined up with Source, and as a result of that attracted you, then no worries about you not being ready for me. Because if you weren't ready for me, my aligning with Source would have held you apart, not brought you here. When you allow law of attraction to bring your matches together by paying attention to the way you feel, then you don't have to go back and rework your matches. When you're matching up based upon intellectual things, there's too much for you to consider. But when you align so that you feel good, and then law of attraction brings your matches, they're matches.
Yeah.
You are uniquely Source energy here in this physical body. Your life has caused you to uniquely carve out a vibrational escrow or a vibrational reality. You are uniquely living your experience here and now, and all of those combinations make a unique vibrational combination for you. But you can get in the ballpark with it, you say. Yes.
Thank you for stopping by to watch this video. Make sure to subscribe for the next video.